Right.
To go by the what they've asked us to do, to call it to order, and then to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
I'll move those. Look good. Good job.
Yep.
Okay. Clara, could you take a few notes, if you don't mind? So JW moved to approve the minutes.
Approve the minutes.
Barry second.
Yep.
Okay, so who we have on the Zoom today? Barry and I are co-chairs and of the Education and Outreach Committee. And we have Claire Gossick, and J.W. Smith, and Rose Dilley, and of course Barry, and me, Carolyn Lewis, Barry Dilley, Carolyn Lewis, and Cheryl Kuczynski, Joan Butcher, and Samora Dower are absent today. They are unable to join us. So for new business, I just want to update you on what the Executive Committee is doing. And one of the things that's kind of exciting is, well, exciting, yes, but something that's new for all of us is this Zoom. And we have a whole different set of ground rules for the meetings that we have to do. Of course, have the agenda. We get that to Patty in the mayor's office by a certain date. And for our agenda for each of the committee meetings, we have to have those in a week before so she can post everything. The Zoom meetings have to be scheduled at least a week before. Mm-hmm. And for each committee, we are going to be asking if we want to add people, just to recommend their names from community members so that we can get more people involved in the commission. And all the committees are working very well now. The Accessibility Committee just had a walk and roll of Washington Street the other day. And Sly's getting the Advocacy Committee together. And I think you all had one meeting. Is that correct, JW, that you weren't able to join?
We have another one tomorrow.
Oh, another one tomorrow. That's great. And so we talked about the duties of committees and how to set up these Zooms and, of course, getting our agendas together. And the Communications Committee is working very diligently, and Clara will talk to you more about what she's doing with the, and Rose with the Facebook. We also sent out information to the papers about the project for the ADA with the Cronkite School about doing at least one story or a week on the ADA, or every day if they could. I know they won't, but they will. But they won't. But we sent it out to them. We also sent out information on. We sent out the new literature to the editor that Clara did, and also the story that Noah did about his life with disability. We don't know if that's been published or not. I sent a note.
It was. I saw
it was great.
A day or two ago.
In the messenger?
Yep.
Great. Thank you. That's great. So next month, Barry is working on, and I are working on her story about her sister and we'll tie in, of course, the ADA, which is July 26th, which is the 30th anniversary.
And we need to talk, Barry. So I'll try to, I saw your email. We can talk about your sister, my experience with her.
Oh, that would be excellent to include. So also one other thing that we're doing, at least once a year, we're going to have a bylaws review, and we put an ad hoc committee together for that. I think that's Rose, Samora, Barry, Scott, and myself to review and see what we need to update. And then we have to take it before the executive committee, the commission, of course, to review, and then to the mayor, and then the council have to approve any major changes. But if there are grammatical changes like a comma or a misspelling and all of that, we don't have to go before them to do that. We just make the changes. So that's pretty much what's going on. And the other thing that Arian recommended for the communications committee to do is a piece that we could develop. She's researching it, that when groups have rallies and all those different kinds of public meetings, that we put together something that can tell them how they can be more inclusive for people with disabilities. An interpreter, what they need to do for Braille, for pieces to hand out, and all those kinds of things. So she's working with Diane on that piece.
And that's a beautiful idea.
Yeah, good idea. So for August, I think Rose is going to, just skipping back a little bit, Rose is going to be writing the column. Is that right?
Right.
And I think this Fly is doing the letter to the editor. If you remember, we talked about doing something that we would support Commission Black Lives Matter. He's drafted that, and he'll bringing it before the commission next week. And so that's pretty much all that I have right now as far as executive committee and the guidelines for Zoom and all of that.
I just want to start here at a great spot for the accessibility committee on the radio yesterday, I think it was. I don't know who got that done, but that was nice. Welcoming people to join the committee meeting on Thursday.
Yes, we put those out at least 4 or 5 days. The communications committee, at least 4 or 5 days before each meeting. Sent to the media and to Dave at the radio station, to WEAK. Just a little blurb saying to the meeting, join, here's how you join. And if they want to join, they email us at our disabilities email address by 5 o'clock the day before, and then we check those and get back to them if we haven't had any people who weren't joined so far. But by 5 o'clock, and then we'll get back to them saying, here are the links, rather than put all the links out for everybody in the world to join us. So thank you. I'm glad you heard that.
It was very nice.
Anything I missed, Barry or Claire or Rose, to bring everybody up to date on what's going on?
I'm presuming we're going to get to it, but the Athena Award is got to be dealt with today.
Yes, it's on the agenda, and that's, I just want to give you that. That's our old business, and we'll get to that next. Absolutely.
Oh, just formally, we didn't vote on the minutes, but I assume we're all aye, but make sure it's noted that we did approve them.
Thank you. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you for keeping us in line, our parliamentarian. Anything I missed? Okay, so we'll move on to the Athena Award, and what in the world are we going to do, y'all?
Yeah. Well, it was really nice last year, so anything close to that will be fantastic. Have we decided on a place yet, or
if?
That's then that's
good point.
The word, JW. If
good point.
We do it in November. I think it's scheduled the day after Election Day, November the 4th.
Yeah, good point.
That's the thing we have to decide on at some point.
Right.
Because we don't know how conditions will be.
Right. So maybe we should plan for both alternatives.
Yeah.
Well,
Both
the first thing we have to do, JW, the first thing we have to do is get an announcement out now about getting people to do the nominations, because that's
I agree.
Yeah, well, on the bylaws, it has to be in 3 months ahead of time.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit tight right now.
Okay, we'll just pull the announcement from last year, and we have our contact list, and we'll do the same thing to media and radio and put it on Facebook and our city page and get those out within the week. Right. I think some more helped me with those last year, so we can do that again.
And I think our backup plan should be that we should decide if we're going to do it now, and if we are going to do it no matter what. I mean, we could do it by Zoom, in somebody's house, and I'm sure that it could be broadcast on TV, and plus publicized, and that would be just. I mean, it wouldn't be perfect, but then we want to continue the tradition. Yeah. And then if the whole world gets better, then we can go back to having a ceremony. Mm-hmm. So I vote for just getting started with the process now of getting people.
Yeah, well, we have to do that in any case, even if we don't have a ceremony.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Or,
true.
but we would have to give it to the person, like just send it in the mail.
Right.
Did we live stream it last year? I can't remember.
Did we do
What?
what?
Did we live stream it? Was it available for people to watch online?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, on
The
Civic.
government channel was there, and it was archived. Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I think, like that's a really good option too, is to just like,
Right.
even if we close it to the public and prevent like this huge mass gathering and make sure that only essential people are there. I feel like that, regardless, that's probably the best option no matter what. So,
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
With distancing, and we could do that.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Looks like that's the second, and the third would be just a Zoom. So
But what we could do for now, since we're not ready to decide that, we could put out that we're going to be, asking for nominations, and the
Right.
presentation and how that will be decided as we move along.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Depending on coronavirus, I think it's sufficient to say, depending on conditions,
yeah,
world
I
conditions.
think all we could do now is just put it out that we're seeking nominations.
Absolutely.
Just leave everything.
We can do that. Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
we'll
get
do
that done. Let's get that down soon.
And remember, we have. I meant to look and check. I think we have 8 nominations
Right.
already in from last year, but we have to do the process and hopefully
Absolutely.
get some more. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Can we get the 8 to us soon enough? Sooner, so that at least we can start reading them?
I
That's a
think
lot.
I think I sent those by attachments last year, but I'll look and see.
Yeah, because I don't remember where I have it now. But if
Okay, I'll send those again by email.
Right.
because that would help, because we could even get those sort of felt in order, and that would be help too,
Absolutely.
in case we have many, many nominations this year.
Now, Dr. Lewis, do do the people, these 8 we already have, know they're in the running? We wouldn't want them to do it again,
No, unless the people who nominated them told them. We did call everyone who who nominated someone and told
Right.
them
Right.
that we were going to keep their names in
Okay.
because we had a little glitch last year.
Okay.
But unless they told them, I'm not sure if they know.
Right.
Well, they wouldn't necessarily know ahead of time anyway, would they, Carolyn?
It
That
just
they were nominated?
well, yes,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
nominated, yes, because you knew JW, right?
Yeah, you're nominated. But we need to make that clear so that we don't have like duplicate copies.
Right. Okay.
So we should tell them, they're in the running, so you don't have to reapply.
Okay. Well, we're
Tell the nominated.
Nominations, yes.
okay.
I think.
You just tell the nominators, not the nominees. Let them worry about that.
Oh, that's a good
Okay.
point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Right.
So the options are live if we're able to do it, or in person. The second would be the live streaming with distancing. Is that right?
Right.
And the third option would be Zoom,
Strictly online, yeah.
strictly online. You got that, Claire?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we don't have to make that decision yet.
No, we don't. We don't have to make the decision about place yet, but what we can do with the place is if the community center and all.
That's that would be ideal.
We could put, we already have the Arts West booked.
Right.
If we're going to do it smaller anyway this year, just because of the way things are looking, then we could stay with the Arts West this year.
Right.
And that would be a reason to have it be smaller too.
I will, though, go ahead and reserve, once we can, the community center just as a backup.
Well, the pro for the community center is, depending on how much we have, would allow for a lot better social distancing if that's end up winning
That's
our
true.
option.
Yes.
Well, yeah, if we had a small group.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Barry. I'm sorry.
I'm just thinking if we're going to have a more intimate group without all, the extended everything, then we could do it at Arts West and we'd still have plenty of room for distancing and the space is more friendly, my opinion.
Right. I got you.
But if you all agree, I can go ahead and put in a reservation when it's available as Peterson as a backup, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So along with that, last year we went to civic organizations, all of them, I think, except Kiwanis maybe. And we didn't go to the chamber and we didn't hit the veterans last year. So I'm going to contact them and I'll ask maybe Clara to help me do that because she went last year to see if they're going to be doing anything by Zoom and if we could join them when they start their meetings back up, if they're not going to do them in person. I don't know how they're doing them now. Does anyone know? The Rotary and the Lions and all of that?
Yeah, I know Rotary is doing theirs by Zoom.
Oh, okay.
I know they are, because that's a big group. It's two of them, one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
Well, we can contact and see. And
you're saying in terms of publicizing, publicity?
In terms of joining the meeting and letting them know about, like we did last year, about
publicity. Okay, yeah, got you. I got you. Yeah.
And
found out, JW, when we went to a couple of those, that almost nobody knew that the Disability Commission existed.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, very good. Yep. And I'd be very interested in being a part of those little part. Yeah.
And what we did, we developed some message points, and then kind of adjusted those as we went along.
Right.
Barry had some things that we should add on, and ask them that question: how many of you knew about the Disabilities Commission? And so that was key.
Now, have we ever asked any of these people for contributions or funding or to help, in any of our efforts?
No,
that might be something to think about, including the Lions Club. They're pretty active when they get a certain goal in mind around here.
Yes, they are. They Noah brought up something. He's checking on it to see what the city regulations are about.
Okay.
Commissions and such groups raising money, so we'll know more about that next week.
I understand.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that as you talk, I'm thinking it would really be a good idea if we put out a news release that just says who we are, because people don't know what it is and when it was started. Just 100 words would get our name recognition up a lot, just to have it in, Post and A News and Messenger, like a little article.
These letters have been really helpful.
Yeah, someone brought up at our last meeting, we're going to start to do that we need a little statement of purpose in all of our releases.
Right.
And that would help. So at the end, the commission on the disabilities purpose is exactly what we have on our website. And it's less than 100 words, so it's very nice.
Right. So, and you have something like that?
It's already done, yes.
Oh, would you send me a copy of it? I'd love to see it.
It's on the website.
Oh, it's on the website. Oh, okay.
So we need to put it on Facebook as well. I don't think.
Oh, right. Exactly. That's a
there you go, Claire.
There you go, Claire. Sign up for that.
She's on it. I don't know if you saw the message, Barry, but Claire is redesigning our Facebook page, and she's already in progress. And she's going to look at the city site too to see if her content makes sense where it is, all those kinds of things. So the next thing is the Cardinal Artists. Barry, you want to talk about that?
Oh yeah.
The award, we've got one left to be given this year,
Right.
and we have the request out for artists to submit designs. And to my knowledge, we haven't received any. I did have a friend contact me, and she said, well, is there money going to be offered for making these? And apparently that wasn't very clear on our poster. So we need to put some more information and more requests out. And I'm wondering whether we have to watch out about putting the nominations and the requesting for design, but they're going to get confused with each other. So I don't know how to manage that. I don't know enough about that stuff, but we will have to send something out more and include the monetary aspect of it. I know that you got something, Carol, and you said something to somebody that was asking.
Right. So in November, we sent the flyer out again to everybody on our contact list and also to all of the faculty in the College of Arts, Fine Arts, who deal with those designs and things like that. And there were about 40 of them. And also Barry suggested we send it out to the superintendent of schools, which we did, saying that for your folks who teach art, please pass this on to your students. And so then again in May, Barry, we send it out again. But then in August, we'll send it out again, but add the monetary amount, which is $1,800. We've got $2,000 from the mayor's office, but we're going to put it out as $1,800 in case we need that other $200 to do something with. And that will be for their stipend and also for the design of the 6 awards. And so we'll add that into the email when we send the flyer out again in August.
Yeah.
Now we did get one inquiry from, did you know that name, Barry? That I sent a copy to you on it.
I thought I didn't know the name.
A friend sent me an email about C. Jack Robb, I think it was. He and his wife, I think it's Rob, are designers and have won a lot of awards. So I sent them the flyer and told them what the stipend would be, and I haven't heard back from them about any answers. But if you know individuals,
I have a friend who's an artist. She asked about the money, and she also was thinking of tiles. She makes artistic tiles, and I wasn't sure how we thought about that, but she was, because I said we want something that was tangible, that you could touch. And so, JW, what would you think about an artistic tile that would have a relief on it?
Oh, I would love it. I mean, I think you're right. Something tangible and something you can hold in your hand. And I think it'd be great. Yeah.
So Absolutely. We could go with a tile as well as, something more like the one we have now.
Yeah, but I'd love to have choices to fight over, That would be nice.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be great.
She also thought of a sculptured kind of thing as well.
Right.
So, so we can do 3D or relief. I guess you'd call it a bas relief or something.
Well, we don't want to go backwards because it's very impressive now. So we want to maintain that or make it even better.
Right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And so what we'll do too, JW, maybe, we can do this, and whoever wants to do it can go back on in August or September or so, go back on Dave's show and talk about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And if you know artists, people, it helps to talk to people if you know people that are producing art. Because just sending out an email, papering the walls, it's not going to get anything unless you talk to people.
Yeah, send us a copy of what you send out, Dr. Lewis and Barry, so we can send to our people as well that we might know.
We'll do that.
Please, because I'm glad you thought about that, Barry. I know a couple of people that might be interested in looking at this email.
In fact, I'll send it to the entire commission.
Absolutely. Yeah, let us spread that out because we all have different constituencies.
Make it personal when you put it out.
That's right.
Yeah, we've passed out flyers at the meetings, and I think everybody just sort of takes them and say, okay, I'll tuck this away. But if we keep on it and keep focusing, I think people will pay more attention.
Yeah, that electronic plus the print is the way to go now.
And a phone call.
And
follow up. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Follow up. That's right. But we got to get something going once we get this last one out.
That's right.
We got to have something.
And we'll have to get around the table and start making designs.
We have to make our own here. Just like, hey. We'll just let Claire do that too. There you go, Claire. You got all these other skills.
Yes, she does. Speaking of Claire, so we are in the midst of trying to do this oral history project.
Oh, yeah.
We were stymied because the So Barry had a couple ideas, and Claire, you might too, as to how we might be able to proceed.
I did. I finally got, I called Joe Furman, and I just got an email back from him just before we went on. And he's hesitating about getting in contact. But I was even thinking if we could do a Zoom one with just the three of us, Joe and me and Claire, because it can be recorded.
Right.
And so we would have that in lieu of your camera. So that would be a possibility.
Yeah.
I forget whether he was saying he had the electronics available to do it, though. I'll have to follow up and talk to him. He said he'd call me tonight.
Okay. Well, whenever you just, give a week or so, and we can contact, you can contact Pat. Well, we've been trying to keep it to 1 or 2 people so she won't get bombarded.
Right.
You can contact Patty and let her know we want to set one up, and that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and actually, if it's just Claire and me and Joe, we don't have to make it official, do we? Or do we?
Well, you really don't, as long as it's not a quorum of the commission or of your group. Yeah. You
and
don't.
it still could be recorded, I presume, because when you and I talked, it was.
You can.
Absolutely.
So we just have to make sure that Joe and Linda, his wife, have the equipment to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful idea. Yeah, just as long as they have the equipment, and they don't need to be totally fluent in using it, just as long as they can get logged on, and we can see and hear them.
The only problem is editing it. Then can Zoom be edited?
I think so. I'll have to do some exploring on that and how I would want, and because if we record it, how is it going to be captured? Right now I'm looking at the gallery view, so I can see all of you. But sometimes, if I were to go to speaker view, then I would only be seeing one person at a time. And so if someone wants to kind of jump in and interrupt, sometimes that can not look so good and be a little confusing. But then again, with the gallery view, that would be really difficult to edit. So
that's just Joe and me.
Right.
We'd be the only ones on the gallery. And you.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the thing is I feel like with me, I don't know if it would be awkward or not to just have me chilling there, but let me look and see what some people are doing, because I know that this has been the way that content has been created for the last 3 or 4 months. And it'll just be really interesting to see how people have made do with the resources that they have. And maybe there's something that I'm not even thinking of. So I will, I'll look into that, and I could probably have some suggestions by the commission meeting next week if that's something that we want to talk about. But yeah,
well, that sounds good.
Joe asked something about, are we in a hurry for this? And I'm thinking, well. We's getting older. We're going to lose the people who know what
it's hurry and hurry, right? That's right.
Yeah.
And Barry and I went through old records to pull out people's names who served we found them on the first commission. And so we'll try to capture those people at some point as well, if they're still around.
Yeah.
There were 9 of them that the mayor appointed.
JW, we were thinking of making the history in 3 segments: before the commission, the early commission, and then the kind of up to now commission, or maybe in 4 segments. I don't know.
No, I like that. That's good. That's very good. Because I remember you and Joe did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Well, Joe and I, and Larry was the detail guy.
Yes.
Right. I just remember being in the council chamber when they approved it. It was an awesome night.
Oh, good. Wow.
I wonder if they have that recorded.
I don't know, but it was a great night. I forget when it was, but it was awesome.
Sorry,
I have it somewhere in the archives. We should probably, I don't know. It's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, we contacted Scott, and did he ever get
I don't know how
back?
far back they go.
I'll check with him again. I know he wasn't around, but someone may have it
On
in
that
some of their
government channel,
office. Yeah, somewhere. Okay.
It is
Was
somewhere. Yeah, I
Would
bet
you
it
say-
is.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be cool if we could bring that up.
Good.
Well, you gonna ask Scott about that to look, or have someone look at the mayor's office?
Yeah, I did, but I don't know. I don't remember, Barry, if he got back to me, but I'll check with him again.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And I think, Barry, didn't you check with Joan Butcher?
Oh, Joan. Yeah.
Because that would be different, wouldn't it? That'd be WOUB.
Right.
Yeah, but they may still have some file.
Yeah.
You know.
I did inquire about that, not from the city council one, but from the developmental disabilities meeting they had when they gave me the award.
That's what it was. Right.
Okay.
And then there was also a party when we announced the Disability Commission, but I don't remember whether it was photographed. It probably was, but my memory was
Right.
a little off then.
Okay. We'll check back with Scott again. And
Yeah, let's
see.
look at that.
So it talked about the columns and the letters to the editor already, and we sort of mentioned fundraising. We have to wait to see what NOAA comes up with from the
Right.
city.
Regulations. Yeah.
Anything else we're missing? Any announcements before we adjourn?
Just to reiterate, you're going to get this announcement out within the week or two about the
Today.
award
I'll
and
have it.
everything.
We'll
Get
have
it
that
circulated.
by Friday.
Good. Okay. I think that's the biggest thing right now going forward.
Well, that's the deadline one. It's supposed to be out 3 months before we make the decisions.
Exactly.
I got you. July, August, September. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's close.
It is.
But it was about this time last year that we got it out.
It was the same way, too.
The first week of July is when we got it out, actually.
Right. Well, if you need any help, Dr. Lewis, like, in contacting the nominators or anything like that, just let me know. Send me the info of whatever you need to,
That would
so
be
they can just know
great.
what's happening.
Okay. And also, JW, if you could contact the civic organizations. Now, on the contact sheet, I think I sent it to everybody. Maybe I didn't to this committee. But we have a pretty extensive contact list of organizations. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought I turned it off.
You might be human after all.
Oh, Lord knows I am. But anyway, yes, so I'll send that to you as well. With
You
the
have email addresses, or is this both email and sort of?
email addresses of everybody.
Yeah, send those. I can get. Send me whatever you want me to get out. I can get stuff out here the next few days.
Okay.
I mean, heck, I'm not teaching this summer, so I got a couple months here. So let me know what I can do.
Okay.
Not me.
Karen, I'll call you back. Okay.
That's your darling daughter.
My darling daughter. Yeah,
Her heart.
she's concerned because the cases are spiking everywhere, and she wants to
Right.
make sure I'm okay.
Right.
And supposedly July 20th, they're going to allow us to visit our family members outside.
Wow.
A great thing.
That'd be a big step.
They had. I told you about the parade they had here, I think, in Commission.
Yeah, that was nice.
And it was emotional. I mean, when I saw
bet.
the
No,
car,
I bet. I
and it was driving by,
I bet.
had tears in my eyes, and she did too.
Absolutely. I know. Man, I can only imagine. Whew.
So, JW, I'll send you the
Yeah.
list. And
Send me whatever you want me and any instructions. You're good at that. Just tell me what to do and I'll get it done.
Okay. That's great. Okay, anything else?
I think we're good. Sounds
Okay,
like
me
it.
too. I can't wait until all this is over and we can have a big party together.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Kidding me.
indeed.
Oh, I can't wait. Jeez. Whew.
I'm missing my steak and all
I
that.
know it. I know it. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you all so
Good
much.
supper.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Okay. All
See you
right.
next time.
Okay, bye-bye.